Hi, welcome to another sketchbook session. This time around it's gonna be a little different from the last because it's also gonna be kind of a tutorial of sorts. Oh, and I'm gonna be redoing a page from my older sketchbook because why not? You know, it's fun. As per usual, I'm just gathering all of my little trinkets and papers and stickers, anything I could find. So today I'm gonna be redoing my very first puppet, or at least I call them puppets, and just an old page that I like, but I'm also curious to see how an updated version would look, you know what I mean? Yeah, as you can see, the arms move, and it's just a character on the background with clown aesthetic going on. Here's the plan. Yeah, I was gonna do embroidery, but I forgot about it completely. I want to get the most difficult part out of the way first, which is the puppet itself. For that you need to figure out like what kind of puppet you need. In my case it's just a character and their arms move, so I just need to draw the character, duh, and then separately I have to draw their arms, you know? I have done multiple of these, usually just the arms, but I've also done like Sundrop and Moondrop from FNAF Security Breach, and their masks move, and their elbows and wrists, I'm pretty sure, yeah. And also my method of making these is kind of dumb. There are specific little thingies made for these kind of puppets, but I have not seen them anywhere in stores. So I'm just doing my method, which is a bit more accessible, I guess, like with more accessible materials, I feel. Yeah. This clip is so long, I have no idea what to talk about. Oh, also this time around I actually filmed myself doing a sketch, so that's an improvement. And for the moving parts you need something thicker. I use just like a thicker paper or thin cardboard. You can use whatever you have, you can just draw it on paper and then glue it on cardboard or something. Just make sure it's thicker than paper, yeah. Just to make sure that like the moving parts don't get all crumbled or just rip apart while you're using it, you know? And now I get to coloring. My materials are all cheap from the dollar store, so like nothing crazy. I feel like even if I tell you the brand, unless you live in Poland, it's not gonna help you. My pen is the one I got like literally 2 years ago or something at a local craft store, and the liners are from Pepco. But again, unless you're from Poland, it's really not gonna help you. So just basic liners. Same thing with my pens, pencils, felt tip markers, just everything I use. It's just local stores, not like specific brands, just whatever. Again, these clips are so freaking long, I don't know what to talk about. Oh, by the way, this is my original character Tyler. I don't draw them very often, but their design has changed a little bit, so I changed that from the older page. But everything else, like the clown vibe, and like the hat and the neck thing, all that, I kept it mostly the same. And just do the same thing with the arms, because duh. I tried to do colorful line art here and there because I like how it looks, and that's kind of what I do in digital. I'm not sure what to say here. I mean, I'm just coloring as usual, nothing crazy, nothing new. I guess I forgot to record the rest of the coloring, but okay. And of course, I have to do the highlights with a white pen. I love that, my favorite part of the coloring process, unironically. And now I just cut out all of the pieces, obviously. And here are all the pieces, just make sure that they line up nicely, you know? And now the fun part begins. So for this you need more paper, scissors, needle and thread, an eraser, just something soft, and glue. So pretty accessible stuff, I would say. So I start with the joint. I need to make 2 holes with a needle. I'm using an eraser so it's like easier to poke through. Make them like pretty close, not super close because then it will just rip apart, but don't make them too far apart or else it just wouldn't move. It's hard to explain, but you see what I'm doing. And I take an extra piece of paper because this is what's gonna be like the joint as well. Just make sure the holes align, and I cut the extra paper into a little circle. That's not exactly how I did it the first time, but you'll see it makes for a cleaner finish in the end. Guys, I'm so sorry about the lighting. I thought it would be nice to sit by the window, but you can see what's going on. So now we get to stitching these 2 bitches together. Yeah, just go through the holes and make a few stitches. I did like 3. And like make sure that they're not super tight, but not like super loose either, just so it's like a little loose. It allows some movement, you know. The lighting is just killing me, guys. I am so sorry. Make sure that the circle can still move and tie the thread in the back. This method makes for a pretty limited movement, but in my case I don't need like a 360 spin, so it doesn't really matter to me. But like I said earlier, there are better methods for this that will allow for more movement, but that's what I do. And now I apply glue to that circle, avoiding, you know, the main drawing and the thread, just the edges of the circle, so that, you know, you don't glue it down, or else what's the point? And then I place the forearm on the circle. As you can see, it makes for a cleaner finish on the outside. Again, make sure not to glue the joint down, because again, what's the freaking point in making all of this? And I place the piece in a specific position because obviously with the limited movement you can't just glue it down in a random direction and just spin it into place. You can do that here. So this arm goes up, so I glue it going up. Yeah. You can see on my older puppet, you can see the stitches on the outside, because I did not do the extra circle, I just stitched the drawing and the arm together. And while that's drying, I'm gonna do the background. As usual, I'm using all sorts of stuff, papers, like from doll packaging or just paperbacks, tapes, stickers, just anything that I think fits the vibe I'm going for. It is very different from the original page, but this is just more my current style. And now I can glue down the puppet again. make sure not to glue down the moving parts. I only apply glue to the main drawing that I did without the arms. Though I will confess I did mess up on the left arm, the one on the right with the purple glove. I did fuck it up somehow. I'm not sure what I did wrong, but it's very loose now. So yeah. But yeah, while the glue is drying, keep moving the moving parts, so like make sure they don't stick down. And now I just start decorating the hell out of this page. Also, let me know if you want to see a tour of my older sketchbooks. I mean, I probably will do it anyway, but I still want to know if you want to see it, you know? And let me know if you want a video like how to make your sketchbook chunky or something like that. Again, I probably will do it anyway, but it's still good to know if you would want to see it. Yes, I am using safety pins. Don't mind me. So let's take another look at my plan. I mostly followed it, but I forgot some things, but here's the end result. I'm pretty pleased with it. I think it shows my style evolution, style change pretty well. And I think it's a nice upgrade, though the left arm could be a bit better, but still it's fine. And that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I did. Subscribe to me on here. Like, comment, ring the bell. You can also find me on Instagram, TikTok, Ko-Fi, wink wink. And I also made 2 Picrews. And I think that's it. Yeah. Bye.